starting the test drive in the CT5-V Blackwing, very, very quick. I can tell that already. Very fast. But what's great about these cars is even though the suspension is a bit stiffer, it still rides very well. I have the car in track mode. I have the performance traction system off just because that's what you want to use in a kind of closed course environment. I'm not going to use it here on the street. I'm just going to give it a few pulls. So I'm not going to give it 100%, but we'll get a little sound. But I mean, I could see myself driving this just on a daily basis with little problems because the car is comfortable and it's just like driving any other sports car. It doesn't ride like a CT6, but it does ride relatively well. And I mean, you do have the massage seat and everything that comes with having a CT5 loaded up. So that's a nice touch on top of everything else performance-wise. And this thing is just so quick. I'm not even giving it, I'm just barely giving it throttle and it's roaring. It's pulling like crazy. So I just can't imagine giving this thing even halfway throttle what it's gonna feel like. But again, kind of like the Escalade V, I'm very impressed how comfortable this is while still being a very sporty car. So we'll try to open her up here momentarily. Whoa, God dog. Oh my gosh. This thing is absolutely nuts. Wow. Now I had the car in track mode and I just had to give that a pull. And again, that's why you want to have traction control with these supercharged V8s. There was like a line of traffic coming and I just wanted to nail it one good time. Oh my gosh. And the sound is just incredible. Incredible. But with the traction control system, it's so good. Like the rear end started giving out, the traction control system was right there, and I was able to get that full-on throttle. I mean, it's just, that's incredible. That really is. I'll try to give it another pull coming out of this next corner, but I'm so glad I was able to get that one in because, wow, phenomenal. And I mean, the twin turbo V6 that's offered in the CT5-V, and then you also have like a premium luxury you can get that powertrain with too. That feels so great, but it's nothing compared to what I just experienced there. And with the sound from the exhaust, sounded like a freaking Z06, and that's what this is. Freaking Cadillac Z06. I mean, my gosh, that was incredible. I'm gonna dial it back into the sport mode. I don't want to put it into tour just because I want to give it another pull here. I mean, that's just, that had to been like 40% foot down. It's just an incredible machine. And I could never have one of these because there are several reasons. First of all, it's a lot of money, but second of all, it's just, this thing is dangerous in the sense that you want to freaking floor it in this. And it's, I've driven a lot of cars, a lot of supercharged cars, and this is by far the best one, I think. I think this tops the CTS-V by a lot, even the Durango Hellcat, just because it's a four-door car. I'm at a loss for words right now. It's just that incredible. Now, in terms of the price point, I mean, obviously I'm a little biased after this driving experience, but I think it's worth every penny. This one is only, I think, 85 to 90 grand right now. And again, 2,700 miles here. So just broken in, and I've looked at the stats here. This was not, it doesn't seem like this was driven that harshly. And of course, you know, with modern technology, these vehicles don't let you give them full power output until you hit a certain amount of miles. But I mean, condition wise, inside and out is immaculate, so I'm assuming the powertrain is in pretty great shape as well. But I'm actually just very impressed with how much better this CT5-V Blackwing is compared to the outgoing CTS-V. And I think Cadillac kind of listened to the audience there. The CTS-V was fast, but it was just not, it was fun, but it wasn't like this. This is just a monster. That's what this thing feels like. And that's what we want out of a luxury car. We want something that rides well, and in a V series particularly, something that's just extremely quick. And you get the best, the absolute best of both worlds with this car. But another huge shout out to Auto Collection of Murfreesboro. They just get the coolest stuff in, and I'm so glad I was able to review this. It's been an absolute treat. Still kind of shaking from that pull earlier. That was just incredible. And I've driven the Tesla Plaids, all of that. There's just nothing like that feeling I got there. And this really is, like I said earlier, the Z06 form. I should say the Z06 reincarnated in this CT5-V. There's just nothing like this other than that. I'm gonna give it one more pull here. And I mean, you can't even give it full throttle. It's just that powerful. But with all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this Cadillac CT5-V Blackwing.